if you're complaining with back pains now, imagine when you get to your 50s, it just walks off.
No sympathy from Dad.
Nah, he does have sympathy, but he's like a... I don't know, the way I don't know, he's got a weird way teaching of being a parent. But it's funny. The way he teaches us. Have I told you the way he literally taught like all of us kids how to swim was he just literally threw us in a lake, and he's like, "Okay, swim to the end."
Yeah, you said just chuck you in. Don't die. There you go.
Yeah. It was literally this like, "Hey, do you want to learn how to swim?" Drives us out to a lake and everything. It drives us out to like a lake with like a bunch of family, and he's like, "Okay, you see that? You see that tree over there?" Throws us in. Okay, swim to it.
That's the entirety of your lessons. Go.
And mom's watching like she's mortified. She's just like watching and she's like, "What are you doing? Get him out of the water!" And he's just like, "Nah, he's got it." It's just dad things.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess.
Just dad things. The most dad of things. I almost drowned 3 times, so I don't like going in the water. You would have thought I would have learned after the first time, but nope.
Have you always drowned 3 times? Okay.
Well, like one time. Well, I guess they're all kind of my fault. One time was definitely my fault. Okay. Uh, and I say almost drowned. That's like, well, one time I did almost drown. 2 times was like I'm exaggerating slightly, but it was scary. Um, so I have really long hair, right? That's important to the story. And I was we're at a school swimming lessons, so the whole school does these lessons, and we were told like do handstands in the water to get used to going under the water. So I was like, that's fine, except for I was near the edge of the pool, near all the filters were. So I did a handstand, and my hair got sucked towards the filter, so I was trapped under the water with my hair being like towards the filter.
Oh,
So,
jeez, that's like Final Destination stuff.
yeah, yeah. So
Jesus Christ.
yeah, so that was that
That's
one.
scary. What the fuck?
Yeah, so that was scary, but I lived, so it was
I'm
fine.
glad you're alive.
It was fine. It was literally like someone saw me panicking and they yoinked me out and it was fine. It was all good. So that was that one. And then another time was at a like a what do you call it, like a swimming pool with like flumes and stuff. And I'd gone there with some friends, and I'd gone down all these like water rides, and it was fine because they would just like pop you out into like not deep water. You just go down the slide, and then you just on your butt, right? And then there was a new one that opened up. I didn't know this one. It dumps you into something affectionately dubbed the coffin, which was like, I don't know, 2-3 meter deep water, and I was not a confident swimmer, so I was expecting to just go down this little slide and like whee, and then stand up at the end. And what actually happened is I went down this slide, and then it opened out into this big like circle thing, span you around in circles loads of times, and then just dumped you into like really deep water. And I'd got really dizzy going round and round in circles, and then was just thrown from a great height into water that I was way out of my depth in, and just panicked. I had to be fished out with one of those like fishy things. I was still a child, just like I'll say. Well, I don't go on those as an adult now because I learnt my lesson, but that was horrible. Stop getting out. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you. Do you know what? Thank you, Hitsu. I've been married for 15 years. I'm old. Is it 15 years? That feels like a long time.
Christ. I'm surprised you can't hear it. My dog's just snoring really loud underneath my desk right now.
I can't hear the snoring, no.
Yeah, I know you can't, but it's just very loud. Like, you'll be in the middle of talking, and all you hear is.
That's cute. The trained lifeguard, you're gonna ban Moose from the pool. That's fair. That's valid. Like, the other time where I almost drowned, this was at the ocean. Okay? And this is why I don't go in the sea. I was very lucky with this one. So, I was at the beach with, I would say some friends, but they weren't really friends. I was at some beach with some people. And we'd all gone into the sea. And apparently, I'd accidentally gone on the very edge of a riptide, so I was being pulled out and, like, pulled under the water, and I was literally just on the very edge of being, like, literally dragged under the water across the sand and the rocks, and I managed to get out of it because I was literally just on the very, very edge of where the riptide was, very fortunately, and sort of, like, was unceremoniously dumped back onto the beach by the waves, and it was... You know, coughing up water, my swimming stuff was all akimbo, I was exposing myself to all and sundry accidentally, and, like, very, very traumatized by being dragged out to the ocean, dragged across the floor of the ocean and dumped back on the beach, so I was like, I'm never going back in the ocean again, and I've never gone to swim in the sea again, because screw that was terrifying.
It's like the ocean just spat you back out, like, ew, get out of here.
That's so disgusting. It tried to get me. It tried to claim me. But that, you know, I've learned about riptides and I know about those things now. So if we ever go there, I'm like, you do not go near that part of the water. Ever.